What can you do on a day like today? Oh my God. All right, so cool. I just gotta touch up in here. I messed up, bro. Jesus Christ. What? Oh, oh my God. New York City gangsters and so forth. But I'm watching a whole lot of other stuff, my dude. You heard me? Facts. But I didn't take this off for 60. Hold on, bro. I got this still on 60, bro. Ping, you see? Ping, ping, ping. Ah, pop. Now we more or less where we supposed to be. Yeah, just use the bathroom. Hold on, man. I gotta be checking on my doggy. See if she went to use the bathroom, you heard? If she went to use the bathroom, pop, I gotta clean it up. You heard? She dumps like in this little uh I put a diaper there, pop, facts, just like that. I put a diaper, pop, on the floor, and she'll come, ping, ping, pop, lay one or two, ping, ping, and I just, ping. It's quick, bro. Just that simple, you heard? Cause she's a little dog, right? Now, if she was a big dog, I'd walk her and all that, but we don't even like her going outside. Facts for nothing. They get sick, all types of different animals, or pit, or just I know how pits are because I've had pits all my life. You see my pits in my videos. I don't keep them in my crib because the kids and my little dog, but I got them. Facts. Um, I love dogs, but my little dog will still tear you up though. Facts. Yo, I was watching this right here. This thing is crazy, bro. Like, if you really pay mind to it, it's like it'll take you to another zone, bro. I was like this, straight up. I hit play, pop, and I went, and I just stood there like stuck, you heard? Like, and then I was like, yo, let me just bug out real quick. Word. Yo, you know what? What drives me nuts? The dog went back over there, bro, and I'm watching her like, yo, you did cocky, like, you get it? Because even though she does it on the diaper, she pees on the wee wee pad and all that, but I like to keep changing it. But anyway, and right about now, somebody's in the bathroom, and the dog keeps walking over there to take a dump, right? So I don't know which is which. Like, where's the smell coming from? Like, did you dump or did you dump? Facts. But check this out. I'm about to bug out with this, bro. Maybe. Oh shit. What this thing says here? Hold on, man. Let me see something. What did I put here? It don't matter what I put. What I'm gonna do is two different stories. You get it? Oh, New York City gangster stories. I've never told this to anyone. Oh, I'm not talking about that shit. This thing, this title and all that, I put this days ago. I was supposed to go live days ago. You won't believe what happened to me. Entertainment. Oh, okay, I was gonna tell a story, but that's a wrap. I probably will. Que lo que? Blessings. You already know, my G. We in the building. Ping, 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 ping. I should have left it on 60, bro. I'm live every day, bro. I just put that I was gonna go live yesterday and the day before, and I didn't because I was playing a game. Facts for a lot of money. And it's more important, facts, than going live with you guys. Facts. I just gotta keep it real. Oh, shit.
Dummy was still alive, barely. They rushed him to Montefiore Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased shortly after arrival. But even in his passing, the story didn't end there. As paramedics loaded Dummy's body into the ambulance, something went wrong. The stretcher tilted. His body slid off, almost hitting the pavement before medics caught him. The clip spread fast. In the following days, this city mourned. But the streets did what the streets do. They turned pain into content. And as the Bronx drill scene evolved, that moment, frozen shaky footage, would become the starting point of a wave of disrespect that would haunt Dummy's name long after the fight was over.
The 18-year-old Damian Gilbert at the hospital, stabbed several times in the chest. You can see the victim stumble right there. Now police are looking for someone the victim knew.
In the days after Dummy's passing, the air in the streets was...
Oh, man, got him, bro. This stupid thing, bro.
Makeshift memorial sprang up on the same block where he had bled out. Candles lined the sidewalk. Plastic flowers. Marker-written posters with nicknames and messages like, "Long live Dummout."
The friends and family are in complete shock, spending the day building this makeshift memorial.
Everybody's like family around here, so it's weird that, that happened.
Neighbors were caught between grief and confusion.
All that, everybody's family around here, so that's weird that happened. Everybody's family everywhere in New York. Facts. The nigga gonna be like, oh, they're them people, they family. Yo, them people, they family. Yeah, all right. And they busting down. Facts. And they just shooting each other, stealing from each other. I don't live in another state, bro. I live in New York City, in the boroughs. This is where I'm always gonna live. This is where I'm gonna die at. I promise you. Facts. This is where I want to die at. New York City. My home.
Some describe Dummy as just another young man trying to make it out.
And Diana, this is the memorial. It has been growing throughout the day as people come by, leave messages, and also leave candles here in memory of the teenager. All this as police continue to search.
Others whispered about the troubles he had been in.
I told you, son is gangbanging. Oh, snap.
People he ran with. One woman told reporters that the block felt like family, and that what happened didn't make sense. The grief didn't stay quiet for long. Yami G was one of the first to speak out.
Oh yeah, bro, it's tatted on you. That's my best friend, you hear me? Like, that's my best.
Dumb out. He put dumb out. Oh shit, shout out to Maserati Fox, Dumb Out Squad, you heard? But I don't think those kids even know about Dumb Out. They probably do. But they know about their Dumb Out, respectfully. Because I doubt it's the same Dumb Out. But it could be. You know, Maserati Fox was a well-known blood. A very good friend of mine. Facts. Did a state bid with me. Was in the town with me. Mozzie. Facts. G-Unit. F.O. So I fuck with Mozzie. I don't fuck with 50 Cent. Whoever knows me knows that. Knows I dislike 50. Facts. If you know the story, then you know the story. If you don't, you could look it up in the news. 50 Cent gets beat up by the Latin Kings. And it'll pop up. Pop. A whole bunch of shit.
Best friend, like, if you know, like, that's really my best friend. Like, this, bro, I could go on for days, you heard? I could go on for days. This is, he's like me in another body, bro. I swear to God, it's my left hand. Like, that's really my brother, you heard? Like, for real, like, that's my brother. Like, there's no other way to explain it, you heard? Like, that's, you see him, you see me, you heard? Like, that's how it was. Like, that was that. Like, when he died, I really felt like I could after that, you heard? Like,
in interviews later that year, he didn't hold back. He said losing Dummy shattered him. That Dummy was his brother, his right hand, the person who gave the crew its edge.
I didn't know what to do, but I was fake lost, bro. I was just like, damn, like, this could definitely die now. I never felt like I felt like on some, I was a little nigga. We 3 days apart in age, you feel me? Like, I'm September 9th, he's September 12th, we the same age. So it's like, all my birthdays now, it's like, nah, I gotta think about that, you heard? Yeah. We both Virgos, and we always together. It's like, You feel me? Like, this is my partner in crime, all type of shit, like, this, you know what I'm saying? I got a few of like that, but that right there, he really,
He talked about how, after Dummy passed away, some of the people around him started moving weird. Like his passing had shifted the entire energy of the circle.
I ain't gonna lie, we started turning up. We ain't never have no losses, bro. We was them before, but like after that, bro, everybody was just on some like. But then, like when I really seen a lot of true colors too from a lot of people. Like a lot of people that's around us, I ain't really think was like weird. Like it's mad shit that come with it. It's mad shit that happen with that shit, bro. I carry that on my back though, respectfully.
Dummy, in his words, wasn't just someone in the background. He was the one everyone followed. Good Day Ray backed that up. He said Dummy was the ringleader of the group, the one who was really in the field.
Like all the little young kids on the block used to tell me about Dumb Out and shit. Like, he know about you already, type. Like, he watch me.
Dumb outs. That's my word. We had the crew dumb outs early in the game. Facts. It was G Unit / dumb outs. But I say no 50 because again, I don't rep 50 Cent, bro. Mozzie, Fox and them did that. He was their man. 50 Cent couldn't listen. Me and 50 Cent could never, ever in life be friends. Facts. I don't do that whole shit, like, you know, because he got records. I'm going to be on his PP and all that. Me and 50 Cent could never, ever in life be friends. If you know, then you know. New York City, Brooklyn, we in the building. Gang. Facts. I'll never lie to you. That's somebody else. Word.
Me Dumb Out type, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that's the homie. But, like, to them, like, that was, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say it really looked up to Dumb Out because they was, like, all the same age, but Dumb Out was, like, I guess the most active one. He was getting locked up and from younger and back and forth. Because when I came home, that's the type of I already heard.
Dummy moved heavy and fast, and people knew it. He had pull, he had presence, and when he was gone, there was a vacuum. Not just emotionally, but strategically. A hole that his crew would try to fill the only way they knew how. One of those people was Spaz Drilly. He and Dummy had been close, active together, plotting together, stacking clout and enemies. And after Dummy was hit, Spaz didn't just mourn. He mobilized. What started as a loose connection became something bigger, something structured, something angry. Out of Dummy's passing, the Drilly crew was born. It wasn't just revenge. It was a movement, a declaration. The Bronx had lost one of theirs, and now the Bronx was going to feel it.
Yeah, it's Crips up the block. I grew up with them, type, like some of them, like actually from the block, you know, just like every other hood. So just new niggas everywhere, type this. So even though, like I'm saying, I know the original from that because that's my neighborhood too. I'm saying, Drilly's chilled on that block. Everybody chilled on that block. I'm saying, Dumb Out, God rest his soul, he passed away on that block.
Gotcha. What was
not even on no op shit with them. It just this situation happened on that block.
Dumb Out came up in a tight corner of the Bronx. He ran with Spaz Drilly before the Drilly name had even caught momentum. Not long before his passing, Dummy had taken a job at Dollar Tree. A quiet attempt at change, a move away from the constant pressure of the streets. Maybe it was temporary, maybe it was real. Either way, it didn't last. The Bronx doesn't give second chances easily. By the time he was hit, Dummy's name wasn't on tracks or blogs. He wasn't famous to the outside world, but inside his world, the world that mattered, he had already become a figure. Someone people followed, someone people feared. After his passing, his reputation wouldn't fade. It would spread, because the Bronx wouldn't let him rest. And neither would the drill scene.
RBT. Look at little TJ. Yo, TJ. Yo, suck my. Come out the car. Come out the car.
3 years after Dumb Out's hit, the Bronx lost another name, one that would soon be tied to his forever. Her name was Delilah Vasquez.
Delilah Vasquez.
On March
Delilah Vasquez.
17th, 2021. Her passing would send the same kind of shock through the neighborhood. And like Dummy, it didn't just end in retaliation. It ended in betrayal.
I'm gonna help you. I used to go with my twin sister and shit. I ain't gonna lie. That's really, I ain't gonna lie. She was us. Girl, she was one of us.
How old was she when that happened?
For sure. I think she was like 21. I really don't know.
Older.
No, I'm older than her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for me, for me, that was my sister. You feel me? Like we from the same area. You feel me? She it was just like damn. Like I was in a stool when I heard she passed. I mean, I was in a stool.
That night, Delilah was inside an apartment at 3339 Hull Avenue, a dusty building just blocks from where she grew up. She was hanging out with people she trusted, people who laughed with her, took pictures with her, rolled up and shared secrets. But something shifted. Maybe it had been brewing for a while. Maybe it came out of nowhere. But sometime around 10 p.m., a single shot echoed through that apartment.
Boom.
Delilah had been shot in the head.
Damn.
Just a moment, and then she was bleeding out on the 3rd floor.
Damn.
The people she was with didn't call 911 right away. They didn't try to help.
Wow, bro. Shot in the dome. A girl. Shorty was a girl, and the nigga shot her in the dome piece, in the BX. No respect. But, we gotta see what she was doing in the Bronx. You heard? Huh.
Instead, they called Delilah's mother. But they lied. They told her Delilah was downstairs. They told her to go check. While upstairs, her daughter was passing away on the floor.
Call saying her daughter had been shot.
Literally, these people tricked me for over an hour.
I know
to
her
look
mother.
for my daughter downstairs.
Facts. I know this lady. On my mother's mother. Damn. That's her daughter, B. Esa es la mujer de Maikito. No es. Llámala. You know her. Right? Look. I can't see. Look. Look, I'm gonna pass it to that screen so you can see it. Ah.
And she was upstairs the whole time.
Frantically searching for her daughter, Duffy called the police, but no reports were made at that time.
Then that same number calls me back while we're with the police 40 minutes later. And they're like, Delilah's in apartment 3A and she's dying, and hangs up. So now the cops believe me. Now they thought I was telling the truth.
Vasquez was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced.
We could have saved her.
That delay would cost Delilah everything. By the time the paramedics found her, it was too late.
I'm pretty sure her family has a major lawsuit right now. Facts.
She was rushed to Jacoby Medical Center, but she passed away shortly before midnight.
Delilah Vasquez was found shot in the head in a Norwood apartment earlier this month.
Neighbors described chaos that night. Rushed to Jacoby Medical Center, but she passed away shortly before midnight.
Delilah Vasquez was found shot in the head in a Norwood apartment earlier this month.
Neighbors described chaos that night. People running, guns being tossed out of windows. Surveillance footage showed bodies fleeing the building. Her mother, Cynthia Duff, told cameras that her daughter's assailants were the same people who pretended to care.
Damn, B. That's crazy. God bless her.
The same ones who lied while her baby was bleeding out. Some whispered about backdoor setup.
It's unfair that your own friends kill you.
Ever wondered what your home looks like?
She said it's unfair that your own fucking friends kill you.
From space? Enter your address and get a 360-degree satellite view.
Family and neighbors
That's crazy, bro. Right?
gathered outside the Hull Avenue apartment where she'd been shot. Candles flickered beside handwritten posters.
What does D&D mean? Like, what is the meaning of D&D? What made y'all want to call it D&D?
Nigga, Dummy and Delilah. You ain't never see that? You thought it's D&D like on your phone? No.
Yeah, like you put your phone do not disturb.
That's a dead nigga and a dead girl.
A few days later, the family gathered again. This time at Woodlawn Cemetery.
Friends and family gathered at the Woodlawn Cemetery on Saturday to remember Delilah, who left behind 2 younger siblings.
I've been really sad, and I really miss her, and I just can't believe that what happened to her.
Damn, that's so sad, bro. That's a little kid, B. That's a little kid, bro. Like, but I'm pretty sure she had a lot of family that were little kids. But son is a young buck talking about this is so sad and all that. And he got to be witnessing all this shit because that's where, you get it? That's where we live at. The Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, right? There's always deaths, homos, all types of shit happening out here all day, every day. Facts. But it's just sad to see someone like this.
Who left behind 2 younger siblings.
I mean, really sad.
Being that young, bro. Talking about I'm really sad. That's sad.
And I really miss her, and I just can't believe that.
That's her brother, bro. Vasquez brother. Or the name and brother of Delilah Vasquez. That's crazy.
What happened to her?
But even after she was laid to rest, Delilah's family couldn't grieve in peace. Cynthia Duff and her family were soon hit with harassment. She began receiving anonymous threats via text, phone calls, and social media messages, with senders boasting that they were glad Delilah was deceased, and even claiming someone desecrated her grave. The threats got so bad, the family had to flee their home of 10 years. Delilah wasn't famous. She didn't have a fan base, but her passing still sparked outrage, in part because of how young she was, in part because of who she was connected to, but mostly because of how cold the setup seemed. Her mother spoke to the press more than once, trying to make sure her daughter wasn't forgotten. She reminded people that Delilah had dreams, that she wanted to leave the Bronx, that she was trying to better herself. To some, she was a sister figure. To others, a friend who always had their back. She was known around the Bronx as someone loyal, bold, and unafraid to stand her ground. She joked easily, laughed loud, and made her presence known. She wanted out. She told friends and family she planned to leave the city someday, to start fresh somewhere with less street retaliations and more opportunity.
We love you, Delilah!
Oh my God. So she had a lot of black and brown friends. That's just the Bronx. Puerto Ricans, blacks. It's like no different out here in New York. Like if you're Puerto Rican, you're considered black to everybody. Facts. Don't let the internet lie to you, bro. Facts. Or if you live in another country or somewhere else, right? You don't know. What real hip hop was based on. Facts.
But wanting out doesn't mean you get out. Delilah wasn't affiliated with any gangs officially, but she moved in those circles. She had ties to both YGs.
So that's what happens. If you're not in a gang, right? My advice to anybody is don't affiliate yourself with that gang. Like if you're not Blood, Crip, whatever, YG, BG, Latin King. Like if you're not king, right? Why would you come around me and be walking and see another group of gang and be walking like you king? And like I get that all the time, bro. I promise you. That's why you never see me. I promise you. You never see me outside really walking with nobody. And niggas be like, Warpath is always alone. And I know everybody, but this is one thing that Shorty's not gonna do. He's not gonna start walking with me. Facts. I don't let nobody walk off with me. If you walk off with me, then you with me. And I expect shit pops, you better pop. And niggas know that, because if not, I'm gonna pop your whole melon. I promise you. So niggas know, bro. Niggas know what it is. Like if you walking with war, you gonna be walking with war. You get it? But normally I let them little niggas stay back. Like I'll be like, yo, shorty, I'm out. Stay up. I dismiss myself from yo, I'm out. Yo, war, where you going? Yo, I'm out, B. Ping, ping, ping. And I just take flight. Ping. Anywhere that you see Warpath, I promise you, you're gonna run into me and I'm gonna be dolo. But if you step to me on some rah-rah shit, you're gonna swear that you got jumped by 300 motherfuckers. Ask anybody. I promise you, kid.
And the Drillies. She was often seen on Live with D-Thang, a well-known figure in the Bronx drill scene. And while she wasn't a rapper, her name circulated alongside theirs, woven into a network of friendships, affiliations, and street politics. Some considered her neutral. Others called her reckless. But Delilah had a history. By the time she was killed, she had already been arrested 6 times. 3 of those arrests were for assault, including one in which she was accused of threatening a woman and her kids in 2020. For months, their names were separate stories.
Yo, most of these dudes that be telling these stories on YouTube, right? That's why I be telling y'all, like, yo, don't be afraid. But here's the thing, like me, being that I live out here, I live in New York City, in the boroughs, right? I'm in the Bronx every day. Facts. But this is what I say to you, right? I don't live in the Bronx. I used to live in the Bronx. I lived in every borough, I promise you, except Staten Island, because we don't consider that shit a borough. But check this out. One thing I could assure you is that these niggas be making New York City stories like their content, like hard body, right? I promise you that the white boys that make these videos, they do not live in New York City. You know what happens if I take a story like this and I make the video, me, right? Like nothing is definitely gonna happen to me, right? Because I'm gonna hold myself down. Anybody that knows Warpath knows. But I don't make these stories on YouTube, although I could generate hundreds of thousands of dollars by telling stories like this, right? Because I live out here. But I don't. And really, you never gonna see a New York City nigga telling New York City stories. Facts. So what we do, if you notice, New York City niggas will talk about Chicago. Like I make videos about No Jumper, Whack 100, but we won't make videos about our own niggas out here, right? Not that you scared or nothing, but it's just like a code that niggas have. But these derelicts, they be getting money, son. Facts. And these niggas who tell the story, like if they was there, this nigga does not know even how to get to that building where Shorty's at. Homeboy don't even know how to get to 161st Street in the Bronx. And he's talking about, yeah, Delilah did this and did that. Telling the story like he's a BX pro. You get it? But you won't see New York City niggas telling these stories. I bet you. If you ever do, like I'll tell the story, right? Because I don't care. Nobody's going to do nothing to me, whether they live next to me in the Bronx or Manhattan. But I just don't. I don't know why. I guess that's just a rule that was set out and it's just in people's blood. It's not in me to talk about Shorty and he live in my hood. Like, I never did content like that. You get it? I don't know. That's just me. I could be wrong, right? But I doubt it. Anyway.
Dummy and Delilah. 2 young lives lost in different years, under different circumstances. But in the world of the Bronx drill, they became something else entirely. A phrase, a punchline, a target. D&D, or DND. It started as a cool insult, and from there, it spread. In the diss-heavy culture of Bronx drill, using the names of the deceased isn't new, but Dummy and Delilah became staples, referenced more than most. One of the first to cement the connection was Shaw EK and Blockwork in their track D&D. Shaw EK spits coldly, Smoking Dummy got me feeling different. Free Bro got booked for the knocker, Dummy, you better move proper, Lila. Blockwork's hook, Double Down, that's D&D, referencing both persons in one breath. The song title alone made it clear. These weren't just individual diss names. They were paired forever in disrespect. Nas EBK followed suit on OYK, opening with, Dummy got poked, and he rested in piss. Delilah went out in a headshot. Lil N-word, that's D&D.
Oh my God.
He names both, makes fun of Dummy's stabbing, and links them conceptually by repeating D&D as if they were a brand. Then came C Blues Right Now Part 2, where he raps, Delilah got put in the sky, now she can go be with Dummy. Down the line, set the trend on No Ozone. Contributed with Smoking Dummy, Make It Ease the Pain More. She Was Living, Now That B Word a Ghost. Lila. And perhaps most viciously, Little TJ, who once faced beef with Dummy, released a track named Dumb Out, where he raps, R.I.P. Dumb Out. Man, I think I'm about to cry. Nah, I lied, cause N-word in the sky. But those close to the pair claim that the rappers were just making things up.
You might have heard his names in the op songs and never seen them. We didn't even know them. Wow. They wasn't beefing with us when he died. Yeah. It wasn't like.
Facts. You see how he said that? You heard the ops name in the song? Son didn't even know them. Facts. That's the way it be. A whole lot. And niggas be watching the videos and thinking the nigga in the video, oh, he's thorough, son. Son get it popping, because son posting with a gun and all that. And he don't get it popping, bro. He's been in that studio for 3 months recording. Where the fuck did he get it popping at? Facts. But not everybody, listen to what I'm saying, because a lot of us are slow. Not everybody, but most of these rappers are like that. They not like that. They don't bust. They hide in the studio, and they hear stories. And we'll tell them, like, I'll tell them, yo, I robbed this nigga. You know how many stories I told dudes that rap? And I rap, but I rap thorough shit. Facts. None of my stories is made up, right? Like, common sense, bro, right? A nigga like me, respectfully, I have over 27 arrests with over 19 convictions. Facts. What the fuck I have to lie about? I've been on the internet making videos for over 15 years. What the fuck do I have to lie about? Jack shit.
It wasn't even outside yet. So it's like, for me, you know.
And while I'm making videos, I'm catching bids. I'm going up north, coming back like, Pop, yo, what's up? It's all in the videos. All you have to do is look at all my channels. This is not my only YouTube channel. Links are in the front of this page. You can find my other YouTube channels. Facts. And in the description, it's a video format. Video. And in the about section, you find all my podcasts, all my fucking podcasts, like the regular audio. You're never going to hear that or see that nowhere, because it's me and whoever comes on the podcast like, yo, what up? And we talking, conversating or whatever, or I'm telling a story or whatever happens, right? That's in the audio podcast. Facts. It's called On the Lockout too. You could just go to Google and put in On the Lockout and it'll show you a list. Spotify, Google, Amazon, RedCircle.com, Castbox FM. It'll give you wherever I'm at and you press pop. Facts. You got to understand. You got to learn how to search, nigga.
Everybody gonna talk to. I can't for everyone who say his name. Yeah. But I know the real him. So that's what I gotta know. That's all I know.
For months, the street buzzed with whispers about who hit Dummy. Behind the scenes, detectives had a suspect, 21-year-old Roshan Pine. Months after the hit, police arrested him and charged him with manslaughter in connection to Dummy's passing.
Police arrest the man they say killed an 18-year-old in our borough last month. Roshan Pine is now facing manslaughter, assault, and weapons charges in the death of Damian Gilbert.
According to reports, Pine wasn't a stranger. Some said he and Dummy had known each other, making the betrayal cut deeper. In court, Pine eventually pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter and was sentenced to 13 years in prison.
Oh my God.
When it comes to Delilah, it didn't take long for detectives to close in on a suspect. Soon, 2 arrests were made. Precious Williams, a 21-year-old woman, and a teenage boy whose name was not released due to his age. Both were charged in connection to Delilah's hit.
A teenage boy, so that means somebody that was younger than 12. He was probably 12 or 13. Nah, 13, they would have put him. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's 13 and over. So he was young, bro. Damn. Your whole life is gone. Destroyed. Because you got wrapped up in a homicide in 20. Yo, bro, let me tell you something. When was the last time? Matamos toda esa gente. Huh? Eso fue como una año atrás. Right? So you can't just be bodying people right now and be like, yeah, I just killed this person and be posting it and talking about it. Like, you're not getting down the way we got down, bro. It's not happening nowadays. Facts. But if you a big time killer and you know how to kill, then you know how to kill, right? I don't know. But most of these killings were for no reason, bro. Like, stupid. Like, just stupid.
But the case...
But I get it. We do a lot of stupid shit. I do a lot of stupid shit myself. Facts.
Didn't stop at just those two. In March 2023, Delilah's name surfaced again. This time, in a massive indictment that targeted the Bronx-based Drilly Gang. The indictment spanned nearly 82 pages and accusations and accused more than 20 people of crimes ranging from attempted hit to weapons charges to conspiracy. Rest
Oh my God. R.I.P. Dummy, bro.
in peace, Dummy. And
That's crazy. And Delilah, that's bugged out, bro. But things happen, bro. Things definitely happen, Bobby. You just have to be more careful. Look at FBI, open up! Thanks a lot for hitting that like button. Hit that like button, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. On the lockout, New World Order. Look at me with that suit, boy. Looking spliffy, huh? Facts. That's my room right there. Facts. Studio Rudio. Facts. Oh, you didn't know I had hair? You bugged out, bro. You smoking crack? Dollar. Bing. Hold on. I'm switching this up. Oh, this is crazy. Another homo. Look at this homo. Ping. This is homicide city, bro. It's getting crazy.
Coming out of Center City, one person in custody tonight after a woman was shot and killed. It all happened in the middle of the afternoon, right.
Damn, son is wilding out there, you heard? How you beating on a woman, bro? You know, that's why I find it so, like, amazing and, like, wow, bro, this dude is beating on a woman like that, like, out in broad daylight, like, respectfully, right? Like, dudes who have fights with their girls or whatever, right? Because I have had fights with my girlfriends, with every woman that I've ever been with, right? Every woman. There hasn't been one woman that I ever been with that I haven't put the 5 fingers of death all up on her dome piece. Facts. But these bitches is wow, bro. This is not your ordinary. You get it? Believe me, bro. New York City girls is not your ordinary girl. They gonna put the blows on you, bro. And if you a nigga like me, whoever knows, I'm from the street. So she's trying to come at me street-wise. Like even my girl right now, she'll talk to you, you meet her, right? She'll think, like, let's say hypothetically, she'll meet you somewhere in the store. Hey, you think is the nicest girl in the world. You get it? Then you see her talk to me. If you put a shade on it and she doesn't know that you're there, you'll be like, damn, that bitch is like that? Because she'll be like, motherfucker, what the fuck is that? And now I got to block. Hold up, chill. Like, I don't want to hit you, right? But I got to smack Thundercats out of you so you can relax, bro. I guess that's just in me, bro. So I never hit that from nobody. You get it? I let a nigga know. If a girl violates me and she puts her hands on me, I'm going to try to break her neck, period. I do not give 2 fucks. Do I hit girls? No. But if she hits me, and if I promise you that she's going to like me more, that the next time she's going to think about it. Like, damn, I almost swung on this nigga and I saw myself with 3 black eyes. Facts. Because I'm going to whip her to the concrete. Facts. So dudes get it twisted because as soon as you say, oh, I'll slap a bitch, a nigga would take that and be like, look, this nigga hits girls. Nigga, I'll hit you. I'll hit your girl. I'll hit your mother. Facts. Let me tell you something. My biological mother understands. She don't live with me, right? I haven't seen the bitch in such a long time. But my mother understands that she cannot hit me. If my mother picks her hands up at me, I'm going to break her hand, bro. It's that her just hitting me, her hand might break. She hit me. Oh, shit. Facts. My mother would think a million times before she'll pick her hands up at me. She'll just jump out a window. I promise you. Because I'm going to beat fire out of that bitch. Facts. I don't give a fuck. Nobody touches King Warpath and gets away with it. That's just point blank, period. You never going to see in a video, nowhere, unless this nigga's lying to you. And I promise you, he won't be from New York City. The nigga will be living in another state, super far. He never plans on coming to New York. So he's going to make fake videos. Oh, yeah, I slapped this nigga before. You get it? Those are corny ass niggas. We don't even respect, we don't answer niggas like that. Facts. But a nigga that lives in New York City, you would never in your life see a nigga make a video and show his face and live in the 4 boroughs and be like, yeah, I smacked Warpath up. None of that, bro. You crazy? Because he wouldn't be making that video. Facts. You crazy? I don't play that, bro. I body shit in real life, nigga. You crazy? Me toca a mí, nigga. That I'll be the last nigga you ever touch in your life. Facts. Word. I promise you. I take care of me, boy. I take good care of me, boy. That's one thing. Warpath, he takes care of him. Facts. Yo, so I've been watching the Fat Joe shit. Fat Joe got a little show, right? But that show is corny, bro. It's washed up like the Rango socks. I don't know. You like the Fat Joe show? I'm going to tell you one thing. Sometimes, I got to be honest. Sometimes there's good episodes. Once in a blue moon, there's good episodes. What the fuck is this? Drop your flag challenge panel for... Oh, that's not for me. That drop your flag challenge, that shit is not for me. Shout out to Hocus 4/5 because whoever knows, I know Hocus 4/5 in real life. I know Hocus 4/5, his brother. I'm in pictures. His brother's in pictures with me in my videos. Facts. Just watch the videos. He's in video and pictures in my videos with me outside. Pop, what up? But here's the thing. I'm not a dick rider. You get it? Just because Hocus made, yo, who's dropping their flag? I'll drop my flag, Hocus. Bro, get the fuck out of here. You don't even hang out with Hocus. Hocus don't give a fuck. I'm not, you crazy? Nigga, you ain't drop your flag for realer shit than that. And now you're going to try to stunt and drop a fucking flag like I'm not blood no more. Nigga, you was never blood. You was never blood. Understand, if you get involved in a gang, nigga, if you in gang, this is the way New York City niggas believe. I don't know what the little niggas believe that just got down with the gang. But I promise you that any old school nigga is gonna tell you this is for life, homie. You bugging. So these niggas act like they see an older dude flagging and they be like, bro, you too old. Yo, you too much of a corny nigga. Who the fuck ever told you new gang niggas that like you only had a certain age to be a gang member? You get it? And then if you do your history, Shorty's not the one he's never outside. You get it? So that shit is corny to me, bro. I don't play them games. I don't play them drop your flag games. None of that shit, bro. I'll slap the shit out of nigga. He tell me, yo, I dropped my flag. Well, you fooled then, nigga. Facts. You fool. You dropped your flag? You dropped your flag, nigga? Cause you food. Facts. You dropped your flag? Cause you're a plate. I don't know. You tell me. That changed? That rule changed? Yo, YouTube gang. I'm not saying that, but you let me know. You heard? Oh, shit. Niggas is funny, bro. Bro, let me tell you something. If that was to become a thing in New York City where niggas could just drop their flag, like, everybody will be playing with it. They play with it now. Imagine if you could just... Bro, you know how many niggas I know? I know niggas right now that came home and walked right by other bloods. Facts. I know every gang, king niggas, that walk right by king niggas. But I'm going to tell you who's the rarest gang, or whatever you want to call it, that I see do that. King niggas. Facts. I see that being the less niggas that'll walk by another king and don't say nothing. Facts. That's because son knows, like, yo, papi, you better throw it up or you're going to get spanked if boy ever see you again. Facts. So I don't know, bro, because that all sounds like a game to me. You get it? When these niggas do all that corny shit. Niggas know better not to even hit me up and ask me no shit like that. I'll slap the shit out of somebody just for asking me some shit like that. Facts. Like, it's easy for them because they not gang members. You know, like, what kills me is when a nigga comes to the internet and he's like, yo, I'm gonna make this video. You get it? I'm not a gang member anymore. I'm dropping my flag. Nigga, you been dropped your flag. You ain't never been that since you been on the internet, nigga. I could have told you that. I could just watch and see you're not that. Facts. So, dudes be killing me, bro. Like, don't act like you dropping your flag now. You been dropped your flag, nigga. You ain't never had no flag. A lot of these niggas rep gang when they get locked up. When they come home, they don't want nothing to do with the gang no more. That shit is corny, nigga. You part of the problem, nigga. Facts. But 2025, a lot of niggas are starting to get washed up. Cookie jar Blinko.
Let's count the smiles.
If you want.
Amazon Freight scales with you. Simple booking and...
Sade, this is an 18-year-old with absolutely no criminal history. He's a recent graduate of Bronx Design with an endorsement in plumbing and was getting ready to go into his trade career. But his father says first a police officer went to the hospital room, thanked his son for stepping on the brakes and coming in between the gunman he was shooting and stopping him from shooting on police. And then secondly, they came into the hospital room and later arrested him.
He's in our custody now. Okay? He's in our custody.
This is cell phone video of a Bronx family being kicked out of their son's St. Barnabas hospital room. We don't understand what's going on. Josue, like this.
What's going on? You gotta get out. What don't they understand? Oh my God, what happened to Josue here? In the Bronx is litty, boy. We don't play. I'm talking about the real Bronx niggas, the real New York City niggas. We have a lot of you YouTube niggas make YouTube videos and be like, yeah, because I'm from New York City. My nigga, you haven't been in New York City in over 7 years. Guess where you're not from? You're not from New York City, bro. You from Scatalanaha, wherever the fuck you live at. That's where the fuck you from, bro. Yo, these niggas is crazy, bro. Like, they be on our dick hard body. Nigga, you're not from here. The people are different. The store that used to be there that you went to is no longer there, bro. Like, homie, facts. This shit is crazy, bro. These niggas is bugged out. They be making videos and be like, yeah, because I'm from the Bronx. Nigga, how you from the Bronx if you could see your whole live stream in the background and you look like you live in fucking in India or somewhere, bro? Like, stop it, bro. I even see people asking these niggas, yo, where you from? You from New York? Yeah, I'm from New York, bro. I'm from Manhattan. You fucking liar, bro. Like, niggas is lucky I don't be commenting on this, on nobody's shit. Facts. I only comment if it's somebody that's not one of these peppers. You get it? I don't know if you understand, but if you don't, then you have a problem.
This is cell phone video of a Bronx family being kicked out of their son's St. Barnabas hospital room.
We don't understand what's going on. I swear. Like this.
All right, you guys have to head out.
Let me get my drink. Excuse me.
And the officers looked at my son and said, you know what you did. And I'm like,
oh, I know him.
How do you know my son did that? Why would you just accuse him of saying that he knows what he did? You know, he was an innocent bystander. He was a victim. He was just driving home and he got caught up in.
I know them. Facts. I walk through that court building every day, a few times a day. If you know me, then you know me. Facts. I walk right by that building every day. Facts. I have like 1 million pictures. Facts. And every day there's the same soft ass cop. There's like 2 or 3 cops that stand in front of that building. They're not there 24/7. But it just so happens every time I pass, it seems like they there. But they pencos. Facts. But yeah. Son is in the video, bro. Oh my God. Shorty's whack like a Cracker Jack.
The situation.
The 18-year-old driving his dad's car Monday night when a Honda Accord full of accused gunmen slammed right into it while fleeing a fatal drive-by shooting in Allerton. We've blurred surveillance video of one of the suspects being thrown from the car who had been hanging out of the window shooting back at police. Multiple weapons, magazines, shell casings, and bullets scattered in the street.
Oh my goodness.
So originally they were trying to find a connection with my son and the clip and the gun that was underneath the car. After that, then they said, okay, they're not going to charge him for the gun, but he still has to answer for the clip that had 2 bullets in it.
The gray one wasn't
the gray
ours,
vehicle.
it's the black
That's not
one.
ours.
That's what he's trying to say.
He was in it. No, he was not in it. My son was the one driving the black Dodge.
Listen to me. He was not in the gray Honda Accord that crashed into him. I've never said that.
Okay, that's what, isn't he just said
the other
gray
vehicle.
so.
The other vehicle.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I saw this. So they saying that the knife, well, I mean the clip or whatever from the gun, like it flew in the air and it this is my word. It flew in his window, pop, and landed right there. And then that's when the cop came and grabbed it. So check it out. So you spinning, the other car hit him, pop, and the clip flew, right? The clip flew, and your car caught it, ping, and the clip landed in your car. Bro, that's an amazing trick. You guys are good.
All right, there's something inside that vehicle.
What's inside the...
I can't tell us.
I feel like this is unbelievable. We was getting a whole different...
You see, his family feels like it's unbelievable. Everybody feels like it's unbelievable. They gotta hit that story good, because here's what I think. Can that happen? Right? Yes. I believe it can happen. And I know it seems far-fetched, because you gotta think about it. We driving next to each other, let's say, right? Boom, bang, I hit something. Your car spins off, right? Whatever. The clip flies, boom, from my car, boom, in your window. You get what's happening here?
A whole bunch of different stories. 1 minute he was in the hospital. Next thing you know, he was handcuffed.
The 18-year-old arrested in his hospital bed, charged with possession of ammunition matching the bullets used in the fatal drive-by. But the family believes the clip must also have been thrown from the Honda Accord, landing on the dashboard of the minivan through the busted.
So they threw it from the Honda Accord and it landed right on his dashboard. The judge is going to be like, damn, that nigga nice. That shit is a miracle, right? But can this thing really happen? Yeah, it can happen. Facts. You know how many stupid things happen to me, bro? Like, it can happen. But is it a rare situation? Super duper. I mean, super rare. Facts. But can it happen? That's the question here. Fuck everything else. Can it happen? Yes. But, super.
Driver's side window.
He didn't touch it. He has nothing to do with it. He doesn't even know they was there. He didn't even know that they charged him with that. He has no idea. He's totally clueless about what's going on.
I believe that a cop put that there. I don't think that it flew through the window or nothing. If that wasn't his clip, a police set that clip up from the other car, pop, put it in his car and said, we're going to charge him with this. That's how NYPD give it up. Facts. They set Shorty up.
Now, the 18-year-old is still in custody, has not yet been arraigned, so he is waiting in central booking here in Bronx while the Bronx DA's office says the investigation is ongoing and they will be conducting forensic tests.
Now, he's already been arraigned. This is 11 days old, this news. Son has been arraigned and all that. He woke up, pop, he seen the judge and everything, bro. I promise you. But that's one hell of a wow story, bro. That's crazy, my dude. Yeah, I'm live every day. I'm live tomorrow too. I'm live the next day too. But we dropping videos tomorrow. Every day I drop a video. If you watch my videos and you watch the ads played in the videos, then you see what happens and all the gifts and new fortune that you shall receive. Facts. Because I'll never lie to you. Is always factual. Ow. Never lie to you. Puerto Rico. Oh. New York City. Y'all niggas ain't hip hop, so you can't pop like that. I know you tried. I see you trying to be like pop. On the lockout, new world. New York City, what up? Worldwide. News. It's on the lockout. NYPD. NY. New York City, worldwide. Hit that like button. Let them know you in the building and you're not playing. New York City, what up? You know what time it is? On the lockout, new world order, finish him. Peace.